Have you ever wondered what your realtor is actually looking at while you're walking through a home? Most buyers are imagining where their couch is going to go, what colors to paint, or deciding if they like the kitchen. Meanwhile, an experienced realtor has already started putting together a story about the home. Not because we have X-ray vision, because every house leaves clues. Within the first 60 seconds, there are often subtle signs that tell us how well a home has been cared for, whether there may be hidden issues worth investigating, or whether the seller has taken pride in maintaining the property over the years. Today, I'm going to tell you exactly what I look for every time I walk into a home. Some of these things are surprisingly simple, but they can completely change the questions you ask before making one of the biggest financial decisions of your life. I'm Brian Diaz, a realtor here in Central Florida, and my goal isn't to help buyers find the perfect house. It's to help them understand the house that they're buying. The very first thing that I'm looking for isn't one specific item. I'm looking for patterns. One loose doorknob doesn't concern me. A burned out light bulb isn't a big deal. Peeling caulk around a sink is an easy fix. But when I start seeing several small maintenance items throughout the home, they begin to tell us a story. Maybe the exterior paint is peeling, the AC filter is dirty, or there are stains around the windows. Or maybe the landscaping hasn't been maintained. None of those items are expensive by themselves, but collectively, they make me wonder what maintenance I can't see. I've learned over the years that homes are often a reflection of habits. People who consistently stay on top of the little things stay on top of the big things too. The next thing that I notice is something most home buyers never think about: the floor. While buyers are admiring the flooring itself, I'm paying attention to how it feels as I walk through. Does it slope? Does it bounce? Does it feel soft in certain areas? Are there noticeable transitions between rooms? Now, before anybody panics, older homes naturally settle over time. A sloping floor doesn't automatically mean that there's a foundation problem. What it does tell me is that it's worth asking more questions and making sure that the home inspection pays close attention to those items. Another thing I always notice has nothing to do with the house itself. I look at the neighbors. You can renovate almost everything about a house, but you can't renovate the people living next door. Are the neighbors' homes well maintained? Is there excessive clutter? Are there cars parked throughout the yard? Do I hear constant dog barking? Again, none of these automatically make a home good or bad, but they do become part of your daily life after you move in. Buying a home isn't just about the property. It's about the environment you're choosing to live in every day. One of the biggest giveaways for me is questionable DIY work. Some homeowners are incredibly talented. Others have a lot of confidence. I'm looking for crooked trim, uneven tiles, sloppy paint lines, poorly patched drywall, cabinets that don't quite line up, or flooring installations or transitions that don't make sense. These details don't necessarily scare me. They simply tell me that we should slow down and pay a little closer attention during the inspection period. Then there are things that make me wonder if someone is trying to hide a problem instead of fixing it. Fresh paint on only one section of a ceiling, a brand new piece of drywall surrounded by older walls, an area rug placed in a really unusual location, heavy air fresheners throughout the home, furniture positioned in a way that conveniently covers one section of the wall. None of these prove anything. In fact, there's probably a perfectly reasonable explanation, but experienced realtors don't jump to conclusions. We ask questions because that's our job. At the end of every showing, I'm really asking myself one simple question. Does everything that I've seen tell me the same story? If the home has been beautifully updated, has it also been maintained? If expensive renovations were completed, were the important systems taken care of too? Do the cosmetic improvements match the overall condition of the property? Those answers help my buyers make informed decisions instead of emotional ones. The truth is, every house has flaws. I've shown beautiful million-dollar homes with issues, and I've shown modest homes that have been maintained better than anything else on the market. The goal isn't to find perfection. The goal is to understand what you're buying before you sign on the dotted line. So the next time you tour a home, Don't ask yourself whether you like it. Ask yourself, what story is the home telling? You might be surprised by what you notice. If you found this helpful and want more practical advice that helps you buy smarter, like and subscribe to the channel. Every week I share real-world insights from helping buyers to sellers right here in Central Florida, and I'd love to hear from you in the comments. What's something that you've noticed while touring a home that made you stop and think? Thank you for watching, and I'll see you on the next video.